Good evening, everybody. This is Lennon's Kitchen here with a very special and important message to all of you. Now, normally I do a cooking stream for y'all today, and normally, usually, uh, we do positive shows today. Shows that help you get educated and know about, things about food and drinks and people and what have you. Well, because of recent events that happened recently, I decided to do something special and something that's out of my comfort zone. Uh, we're going to talk about a serious issue that happened this past Tuesday. Something that I'm sure many of my subscribers and viewers know on this platform. It's been trending and circulating all over the world and all over the country. It actually did happen here in the state that I live in. Excuse me, guys. I'm battling a cold. That's why I didn't do the show yesterday. So we're going to do it today. And excuse me if I cough from time to time. I'm still getting over it. We're going to have an open panel discussion today. The link is in the chat, but there's one specific rule that I put in the chat. Because this is such a serious and sad topic that we have to talk about, that I felt like it was time for us to talk about. Okay, because this is such a serious topic that I decided to talk about today. Any inappropriate and negative behavior in the chat will result in a comment block, a timeout, or disciplinary action after the stream. Okay? So, without further ado, let's get started with the show. And hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special and serious edition of the Home Cook Foodcast. I am Lennon's Kitchen. Guys, we have a serious thing to talk about. And I'm trying to get one, or if not, two of the people part of the team here. Waiting on Mr. Christian Durham. Mason is out of town. Charlie is currently working, and Brian isn't able to make it, so I'm just waiting on Christian and whoever else wants to join. Yes. So hopefully everybody's doing well. Like I said, I ended up catching something this past week, so I'm slowly getting over it. Let's see who's here. In my live stream. Nihar, how are you, buddy? Link is in the chat. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Whew. I need to get some water. Okay, like I was saying, I had to get some water. Sorry, everybody. So we're gonna go over this serious topic here. Um, it hit close to home. It hit very close to home. Um, here in Texas, it actually happened an hour and 50 minutes from San Antonio. This past Tuesday. Uh, so for those of you that are not aware, uh, I'm good, Nihar. I'm good, sir. Like I said, the link's in the chat if you want to come in. I'd like for you to be a part of this discussion too. Um, there was a very horrible event that occurred at an elementary school. Okay, that being the Robb Elementary School mass shooting. It happened on Tuesday at approximately 11 a.m. Okay, an 18-year-old was let into the school and um, he just started shooting at innocent children as well as two teachers. Um, this happened for approximately 78 minutes. 78 long minutes. Okay? Now, keep in mind that those long minutes were very agonizing. Parents were outside trying to get their kids, but unfortunately, the police officers prevented them from doing that. All of this took place after an awards assembly. Now we know at the end of the year, we get rewarded with great certificates for E plus, good behavior, perfect attendance, all year, all that type of stuff. Well, this was the end of the year reward. And as many of us know, we have those end of the year rewards, okay? Well, thankfully, they did happen. All right. Many, if not most, of the students were able to get their reward for their achievements that they did all year. um, Unfortunately, 19 of those kids did not make it. Okay, 19. Which is very sad. It is very sad because um, those 19 kids weren't doing anything. They were just innocent kids, celebrating and getting ready for their very last day of school. And for someone to have the audacity to take the life of not only 19 kids, but of 2 teachers, it's horrible. It's very horrible because the thing is, no behavior of any type, even especially like that, should be tolerated whatsoever. Um, and it's sad. It's sad that, somebody was allowed to get not only one, but 2 weapons. Now, the link is in the chat. If anybody would like to come in and express their thoughts about this topic. Okay. Hey Nihar, are you like I said, you can come in and join the chat, dude. I'd appreciate you coming in, giving your feedback too. The link should be posted there. Let me see if I can pin this. Okay, it's pinned. The link is pinned. And that's something that we all need to take into, consideration. Now, Here's the thing. Because of what happened, woo,
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm a little late. I got a little distracted.
you fired.
Yeah, let me find a place to set up my phone because I'm on vacation right now, so I'm not in my normal setup. So let me find some place to set my phone up real quick.
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta
you're
find. Let
on
me find.
vacay.
Let me find somewhere where I can sit down and has good lighting. Give me 1 minute. Hold up. Can I flip the light on? All right, fuck it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this a little old school. I'm gonna sit down on
Like
the.
that, like that. I like the long screen.
Yeah, we're gonna sit right here like this with the on the basement floor. It works.
Okay. So yeah, we're just talking. I was just giving them a recap of what happened Tuesday.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts?
The thoughts on the school shooting, right?
Yeah.
Well, see, I can understand being a little upset over things, but there's so many ridiculous things of why people do what they do in this world, and it's ridiculous. I mean, let's look at some cases here. Now I could go back all the way to the Carbondine high school shooting with Eric Harris and the other guy. I don't support what they did. I understand a little bit of why they did. They were being bullied. They tried to tell teachers. Teachers wouldn't do anything about it. They snapped and they shut up school. I don't support them for doing that. I understand a little bit of why they did it, but I don't support them doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. The actual physical action. Yeah.
So they had somewhat of a reason for doing what they did. But before that case, there was a case way before that called I Hate Mondays, where a girl shot up a school because she just hated Mondays and she was on drugs, and that's not a good reason to shoot up a school. It's not. In this case, this 18-year-old shot up the school because he didn't graduate and he was upset. Now, I'm going to make this very abundantly clear. He had no good reason. It was wrong.
Exactly.
If he would have shot up his own school, I wouldn't have supported it even then, but it would have made more sense for him to do that than going to shoot up an elementary school full of little babies.
Exactly.
It pisses me off, and I'm kind of glad that they shot him dead. And think about this. If you guys are feeling the way this 18-year-old did and you feel upset, please get some help. Because not only did this 18-year-old ruin the life of so many people because he shot teachers. Some of these teachers were mothers. He killed children. If you're feeling the way he's feeling, please go get some help. Seek a therapist, please. It's not right. It's wrong, and quite frankly, he had what was coming to him because he messed up his own life too because this guy was only 18, and because he did this, he got shot and killed, and it's his own fault. He messed up people's lives. He messed up his own life, and unfortunately, shit. What happened happened. But not only did he really messed up one person's life, one of these mothers that was a teacher, her husband went to the memorial site. I think either today or yesterday. And he was in such shock after seeing his wife's memorial and seeing all these other memorials that this husband of this teacher that got shot, the husband had a heart attack and died too. So not only did that family have to go through losing the mother, but they've now lost the father because he had a heart attack at the memorial site because everything put him in shock. And unfortunately, things like that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So this 18-year-old is going to have to be stuck in hell now, living with what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, If you guys want, when this goes up on YouTube, if are we live on YouTube right now?
Yeah, we're live on YouTube.
Um, After I'm able to comment on this video, I will leave a comment to a mental health place. I will leave a comment to a therapist, or I will leave a phone number. I will leave a phone number to a mental health place you guys can call if any of you are feeling the way this 18-year-old was feeling, and I will leave a phone number to a therapist you can call as well in the comments of this. That
Yeah.
way, nobody out there does this again, because this was wrong. There's been so many cases of this, and it was wrong. And to any of those families that lost family members or lost their kids, I'm truly sorry for your loss. And if you guys need a therapist too, call the number. Do it, please. If
Wow.
any of you are feeling suicidal, please call the number. I please, because I hate seeing things like this happen in the world because it makes the world look bad itself. So let me share a little story with y'all. So a few days ago, I lost a friend of mine. Somebody, as most of you guys know, I'm on a channel with over like 1,000 subscribers called the Podcast Wrestling Show, where we speak about wrestling and all that. One guy that I had been friends with on that YouTube channel for years, his name was Nova, as he was known on the internet. His real name was Shondell Halliday. He was at a youth's meeting, and he was trying to stop the violence in Chicago, and he was in a park area. Well, this guy walks up to him and says, "Why are you trying to stop this violence? You're lame. You suck. All this." And then he told him, "Why are you in my area? This park is my territory. Get out of it." And my friend Nova told him, "No, this is a public park for everybody. Go away." He told him, "Go away." This guy took out a gun and shot my friend in the chest, killing him. His real name was Shondell Holiday, and he got shot in the chest. He was a 16-year-old kid, and he died because of the violence. And because he was trying to stand up to it, he was trying to get it to stop. He got shot and killed. We put up tribute shows to Nova, aka Shondell Holiday, and this is one of the reasons why I say stop with the bullshit, stop with the violence, because young people get killed. School shootings happen when you do this violent stuff. It's wrong. So I'm gonna make this a statement. Stop with the violent bullshit. Stop getting so pissed where you feel like shooting somebody, where you feel like stabbing somebody, where you feel like cutting off somebody's fingers, limbs, all that other stuff. Stop with the violence. Just stop it. It's wrong. Tragic things like this happen when you have such a violent mindset. Just stop.
Wow.
If you're that angry with the world to you feel like you have to take other people's lives, if you're that mentally not okay, call a number, please. I think I've said enough on that. If Lyndon has anything he wants to say, I'll let him go ahead and speak.
Wow, those are very powerful words. Those are very powerful words. Let me see. Those are very powerful words, Christian. And he's right. And unfortunately, it's not only one shooting that happened. It's been a chain reaction of several. That's been happening once every week. Remember, there was a grocery store shooting that happened a couple of weeks ago before this.
Yeah, and before, like I said, with the situation with my friend, that happened a few days before the school shooting, and of course the grocery store, of course everything else. It's wrong. Like that's why I say seek help.
Yeah, and many things can center to these types of issues. Number one is, of course, mental health, which is the big one. Okay. Then many of us ask ourselves, could it have been a racial thing? Could it have been a political thing? We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. you know. And it's sad that we have to live through this day after day after day. Nobody should ever have to ever go like that. The only good way to go from this world is peacefully, you know,
Yeah.
naturally. Not to the point to where you are about to plan a graduation celebration for a kindergartner, but and or a fifth grader, but now you have to plan funerals for um the people for the kids that were second through fourth grade. And that's something that we have to take into consideration. You know, why do these things happen? You know, why are these things happening?
Message from Ad. You on what time you want me to?
Excuse me, guys. I got a text message. Sorry, guys. Excuse me for a second. Christian? Oh boy, we lost Christian. But yeah, it can be either a mental health thing. That's the biggest thing. Mental health is very important. Um, Bullying, unfortunately, can result in these types of things. Um, and other issues. Hmm. I'm having some technical problems, he says.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. I ran into some internet problems.
Message from Ad,
Oh,
UMK.
sorry about that, Lennon. I know that was unprofessional of me.
Oh no, it's all right.
I ran into some internet problems and it took me off the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, like I said, get some help. And like I said, if you guys are feeling angry at the world, please get some help. Please seek a therapist. All of that. But yeah, no, that's all I gotta say on the matter. Something that I will definitely be doing is cocaine stuff called the No More Violent Bullshit. And that will be the name of it. If nobody likes the name of it, I do not care. You know, sometimes you gotta put cuss words and things if people aren't gonna listen to what you have to say. You gotta add a little extra stuff to it. You know, give it out a stronger word. You know what I'm saying? When like give it out a stronger meaning. That way, people finally sit and listen to what you have to say. So it will be called No More Violent Bullshit. That will be the name of it, and it will stop all this violence in this world. It will stop all of that. It's going to be called No More Violent Bullshit. That will be the name of it. It's going to start a revolution. It's going to stop all of this. I already got a few people that are with me on it.
You mean a movement?
What?
You mean a hashtag?
Yeah. You know, it's already got a few people for the hashtags and movements and all that. I'm working on having.
We're gonna have it what?
Okay, sorry about that. I was getting a call there. No more unprofessional stuff from me. Sorry. Can you all still hear me?
I don't know. Can I? Can I?
Yeah,
No,
it's gonna have clothing and all that made for it. Hey, Lennon, you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, just making sure you can hear me. Yeah. That's that's what I gotta say on the matter. If Lennon has anything else to say, I'll let him take it from here.
But yeah, this of course did start like, and
Hold
this
on,
is a
y'all. I'll
trend.
be right back one more time. The freaking sound cut out for me. One second.
Huh, I can hear it by a minute. And that's just how sad today's world is. Nowadays, violence is in any and every corner. Okay, whatever ancient corner it's on, violence is there. Okay. Nothing is handled the way it used to be.
Okay, no more phone calls. Everybody, please stop trying to call me, and hopefully my internet doesn't kick out. Okay, no more unprofessional stuff from me. Go on, Lennon. I apologize.
Unfortunately, it seems like violence is the only solution to everybody's problem these days. It's as simple as this. Oh, you owe me $5. Boom, you're stabbed. Oh, you slept with my girlfriend. Boom, you're shot. You know, all that type of stuff. You know, or road rage. Christian?
Yeah.
Or road rage.
Yeah, it's just crazy, People, they choose to take their their anger out on the world. They choose to do things you shouldn't do. And that's why I said, and I will say it 100 times during this live. If you need help, talk to a therapist, please. Please talk to a mental health place.
Well, thank you, ITV. Exactly.
All right, sorry about that. My grandma came down the stairs.
Everything
uh,
okay?
yeah, everything's good. We're having some Wi-Fi issues. Um, but yeah, I hate to do this to you, Lennon, but I think I've said everything I've had to say. I'm gonna have to get out of here. Thank you for having me on the show. Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties and being a little unprofessional. That was on me. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for listening to what I've had to say. And like I said, after this video is fully on YouTube and I'm able to leave a comment on it, I will post a phone number for a mental health place and a phone number for a therapist. I'm gonna get out of here. So I will talk to y'all later. And if you hear screaming, my grandpa is an old crab, so he's got a little temper issues. But moving past that, like I said, like I said, if you guys are mad at the world, don't take your violence out on it. It was wrong. If you guys are mad at the world, please seek to a mental health place, seek to a therapist. It's not that hard. I'm gonna go. Thank you for having me on, Lynn.
Yeah.
I'll speak to y'all later.
Alrighty. And yes, and that's the sad reality. Is now things aren't handled in a civil way. Now violence is the answer to every problem. Um, it's so sad that we have to live in a world where people don't know how to handle their issues. Okay, people don't know how to handle their issues, and they resort to these types of violent acts. Why? Because it's the way they live. It's the way they think that it's the only way to solve problems. Now, is it dumb? Yes. Is it sad? Yes. You know. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But yeah, that's how we see it now. Some updates that came in. Of course, they did say that they're blaming the police officers for how they handled the situation. Remember, I told you earlier that they refused to allow the parents to even rescue their kids. Now, when this was all unfolding, okay, in that one classroom, the rest of the school was asked to go to a separate location for the surviving children to go pick them up. Um, This is personal to me because I have the son of one of my cousins that go to that school. Um, his mom I just finished attending the war awards, end of the year awards assembly. Now, thankfully, she did a very great thing. Went and picked up her son. So thank goodness nothing happened to him. So my family's okay. Um, but for those that sadly did lose their loved ones, my heart and condolences go out to each and every one of you. I know this is a very, very, very difficult time for you. Um, you should have been celebrating your child's end of the year accomplishments, going out to eat, throwing a party, etc., etc. But instead, you'll have to plan funerals. Now, let me give you a little positive update on a few things. Okay. Money is currently being raised to help those that are in need of aid. A day after that event took place, blood donations skyrocketed here in San Antonio. The South Texas Blood and Tissue Center was so grateful in receiving donations. In less than 30 minutes, they were booked. The line was huge. It would have taken 2 hours to get blood drawn and donated. The community here in San Antonio and many other areas came together to help those that needed it the most. Money was raised to help those families in need, and the funeral home is going to pay for all of the children's family or funeral expenses. Yes, you heard me right. Each and every one of those 19 kids, either funeral or cremation expenses, will be paid for in full. So that way the families can grieve and focus on the healing process. Now, sure enough, they're not gonna heal completely because they lost a flesh and blood of theirs. Either it's a grandma, a mom, a dad, a sibling, a guardian, whatever. Many of those kids have either a parent or a guardian that they left behind. Um, the community of Uvalde and surrounding areas, as well as people from out of state, out of town, and proportionally out of country, came together to help a small town. And that's the best thing. Helping one another through the most difficult times. Right now is not the time to point fingers at who should be responsible. Right now is not the time to blame politics because we all have opinions on things. Right now it's not the time to argue and fight about, he said, she said, he did, she did, and all that type of stuff. No, right now is the time to be supportive of one another. It is important that we all look out for each other. Even if we weren't a part of that event. It is still very important that we all look out for one another. Show our loved ones that we care about them. And respect one another. That's all it takes, guys. That's all it takes. All it takes, people, is respect. Now, I will say that this kid was a high school dropout. A lot of things happen. Questions that are slowly getting answered as to why this kid did what he did. Okay. Unfortunately, both teachers did pass away, along with the husband of one of the teachers. That's the saddest part. Now, I could go on a tangent and say, well, this happened, this happened. I could. But I'm not going to because it's not my time and place. Oh, Amber. Hello, Amber. ITV was in here too. So, hello, ITV. Yes. And that's one of the things that we have to understand. Parents, please pay more attention to your kids. Even if you have to be the proactive parent and stalk them. We have to be more alert about what our kids are doing. What they're watching, what they're listening to, what they're playing. Because video games these days are, in a way, encouraging violence. sadly, that's the thing. TV shows and movies are kind of doing the same thing. So we have to kind of understand why we're doing these things the way we're doing. It's to be there for the ones we love. That's why it's very important that parents focus more attention on their kids. And kids focus more attention on the parents because the parents, unfortunately, some parents unfortunately do the same thing. So that's hey Brandon, the link is in the chat, Brandon. Just tap the link, it's pinned. But yeah. Oof. Waiting for people to come on in here, kind of give their honesty about this issue. And like Christian said, guys, if you absolutely need help, he will put a comment after this stream is over to a resource to where you can go get the help you need. Mm. So that's kind of something that we have to, take into consideration. So continue helping the people of Uvalde, Texas. Keep the families of those that have lost their children to this tragedy in your prayers and thoughts. And hug each other and tell them that you love them and that you care about them. Alrighty, guys. Well, I guess I will conclude this stream here. Thank you so much for watching the Home Cooked Foodcast. I will see you guys next time. Hopefully in much better shape than this one. Bye-bye, guys. Have a great and safe Memorial Day.